Well, we all have to eat, so if there's a problem with our food, we should know about it, right? That's certainly what our next guest says. She's the founder of Kids Right to Know Walk. Her name is Rachel Parent. You're 13, and you're on a mission to get genetically modified foods listed on the food labels. First of all, what is a genetically modified food?
Well, a genetically modified food is where they take the DNA from a plant and blast in pesticides into it. That way when it grows, it's its own living pesticide. That way when a bug eats it, it dies within minutes.
The bug dies?
Yes. And then another version of it is that they blast the DNA from another species to introduce a new trait. So nobody knows what it can do to humans.
So they've taken something that's natural, that our bodies recognize and use, and they alter it, and now it looks the same, right? It often looks exactly, this tomato looks exactly the same as this tomato.
Exactly.
But our bodies don't recognize it, and that's where the problem is, right?
Yep, because then our DNA starts to change, and that's a big problem. And also, like, even with rat studies, they started getting tumors and cancer, so it's a big problem.
Yeah, you brought this horrific picture. So there it is. What's going on with these poor rats?
Well, the thing is, they needed to test the rats over 2 years, because that's their lifespan. And after 9 months, their DNA already had started to change. And then after the full 2 years, they were filled with cancer and tumors. And then they also did a test with guinea pigs. And after the 3rd generation, they were infertile.
Wow, we're eating this stuff today, and we don't even know it, right?
Exactly.
So how did you become aware of them?
Well, I needed to do a speech for my school, right? And I didn't know what to do it on, so I asked my mom. And she gave me the idea of doing it on GMOs, so I was like, great. So I started researching it and getting more into it. And ever since then, I've been really involved. And
ignorance is bliss. Once you know, you can't.
Exactly. You can't
stop telling people. Yeah. So we can see the obvious effects it has on the mice. And could it have the same effect on human beings?
That's what people are trying to find out. But the thing is, since it was introduced in 1996, there's been so many more cases of allergies, cancer, even like autism and AD&D. All those things have skyrocketed. So it's kind of, you know, like it's going together, and it's been linked to that.
Now, you'd think that manufacturers would stay away from this stuff if they understand that there are consequences to using these genetically modified foods. Where are we still finding these foods? Where would we see them in the grocery store?
Oh my gosh, 90% of our market is GMOs. 90 of all the stuff that's on the shelves.
So we're okay in the produce aisle, probably.
Mostly produce is pretty okay.
But anything that's been processed,
really? Yeah, because it's cheaper to manufacture it.
And you often mention a company called Monsanto.
Yes.
You say that they're one of the worst perpetrators, right?
Yeah, they're the main maker of GMOs, so they've got most of the market underneath them.
So examples of some foods we would buy from Monsanto.
Kellogg's. That's one of the biggest companies for it. Also, kids buy snacks for school. That's a huge market because kids love snacks, you know? Like, it's just so easy. You can bring it to school, you can eat it. It's small. So those are 2 really big ones. And then, like, any little cookies or snacks, if it has the ingredients like canola, soy, corn, or even vegetable oil,
GMO.
It's GMO.
Oh my gosh, this is frightening. California is afraid of it too. What is Bill 27?
Bill 37 is a bill.
37.
Yeah,
okay.
37. Bill 37 is a bill that instates if enough people vote yes to the bill, they'll put GMO labeling on the products that contain it. So it'd be great if they could get it through, because hopefully North America would follow after them.
Right, Canada could do the same, and that's what this walk is for, right?
Exactly.
To get people aware of it so that we can pressure our politicians. When is it?
It's on November 3rd, and it'll be at 10 a.m., and it'll go from Dundas Square to the St. Lawrence Market. And it's a peaceful protest, and I encourage costumes but the costumes have to be, like, related to GMOs,
so
right?
You could, hey, there you go.
Yeah.
Our friend the mouse, or you could be a stalk of corn or whatever, right?
Exactly. Whatever you'd like to be, as long as it's similar to the idea.
Sure, and we could bring signs as well.
Yeah.
It's so important that as a young person you're doing this because you're making your generation aware of it. Forces
sure.
us to become aware of it if we aren't already, and we can act on it. So all the information on the walk is?
You can follow me on Twitter at Rachel's News, and you can also follow me on my blog, which is gmo-news.com.
gmo-news.com. Thank you so much. Good
No
luck
problem.
with the walk.
Thank you.
Changing lives, hopefully. Well, recently our cameras were at the Believe in Fashion Luncheon, which is a fundraising event benefiting the Robert and Maggie Bras and Family New Drug Development Program for the Princess Margaret. Take a look.